Bailey, come here. Hey, no. Hey, look. Come. Behave. Be nice.
We're going to do this without the microphone, so now you really have to get a little closer. Although usually I can compete with something. Howling dogs, not so sure. Well, good morning. I'm Nanette Michael, Parks and Recreation Director for the City of El Paso. This is a long-awaited celebration. We are so happy that all of you could join us this morning with your puppy dogs. We're really excited about this. We have a few people to acknowledge because they're not in the crowd, but it is important that we acknowledge them as the team that's bringing us all together. First of all, the City Council and the citizens of El Paso who, back in 2000, passed the Quality of Life bond. That funding was instrumental in this whole park as well as this phase of the park. And so without that support, this would not be happening. So we're very grateful for that. Thank you to the citizens. Next, we want to recognize the contractors who are going to be working on this and who have designed Landscape Architectural Services was the designer, with SLI Engineering supporting, as well as Alpha Engineering and High Desert Native Plants. Now, the contractor on this project, which the council just awarded the bid on Tuesday, is going to be G-Contact Contractors. So they're going to get started within the next few weeks. I want to recognize our engineering department who helped shepherd this project, as well as our Parks and Recreation staff. Judy Weiss in particular. Judy, give a wave. Yay. Judy wrote the grant that also provided funding for this. We wrote a grant application to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, which was successfully awarded to the tune of $150,000. So we're very grateful for that funding as well, which is going to help us achieve the dream of this project. Now, without much more belaboring, I want to draw your attention to this little map on my left, which gives you a little feeling of what's going to be coming. You are here, and then it's kind of, if you think of it turning a little bit, then you'd be oriented just right. We're here. This is the parking lot. So the dog park's going to take shape immediately behind me. Take a minute to come look at this rendering. It's going to be a fabulous, large-scale park, and I think everyone's going to enjoy it. So, thanks again. It's just a thrill to be here. Could I please get 2 barks of approval?
Speak.
Thank you.
Speak.
And now I'd like to introduce our sponsor for today and our very dear supporter, Representative Ann Lilly.
Bailey, come here.
Really exciting. When I first got in office, which is about 4, almost 5 years ago, people said we need a dog park, and this center was just opening. And so this is a perfect place. There's lots of land to do this. But there wasn't a lot of money left over from the bond election. Just heard the Parks Department, Judy Weiss, went out and got a $150,000 grant. So now we're going to have this 3-acre park. It's going to be wonderful. I have to tell you that I have got a petition with 1,300 names on it saying, very distinctly, we need a dog park on the west side. So it's my pleasure, very exciting. I love seeing all these furry friends. My dog didn't live long enough to be here. But all of these wonderful dogs, and they're excited, and how well behaved they are, it's really fun. So thank you all for coming, and thank you for bringing your dog friends. And also there's dog goodies over there and people goodies. Now I want to introduce Loretta Hyde, because Loretta knows more about dogs than anyone I've ever met. So Loretta, would you please come and tell us about your 2 dogs in particular and the other 27 you have at home, please. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. It's really nice to see all your familiar faces. As you know, I'm the founder for Animal Rescue, and I shouldn't say most, but a lot of these guys out there are lucky to have you from Animal Rescue, and the others are lucky to have you anyway. As a dog lover, go figure. But I have 29 dogs and 4 kitties of my own. I don't want to leave the kitty cats out, but they're not allowed to come out here unless they walk on a leash. But Miss Katie was rescued off of death row when she was 6 months old. She was deaf, so they had thrown her away. She knows everything by sign language, and she is probably one of the best girls that's ever come into my life. She is a blood donor. She saved over 50 lives herself and continues to save lives. Miss Yankee has kind of taken over her place. Yankee Doodle was a puppy mill puppy that was kept in a crate for the first 4 months of her life. Her feet had grown. There's one of my bloodhounds there. My boy.
Comment on puppy mill.
Huh?
I said it was a comment about puppy mill.
That's it. Not allowed. Her feet were bent. It took me 4 months to massage and get her legs to grow back to normal. But again, now she's taken over Katie's place of being our blood donor at the vet's office, so that she's going to continue her legacy in saving lives. So we have plenty of those too. You know, we're very lucky to have Ann Morgan Lilly to help us get this started, and the Parks and Recreation Center. This has been long overdue. I think it's going to be something that's going to benefit all of us and our four-legged friends. Nobody appreciates them more than we do, I think, and vice versa. Unconditional love goes so much further than what we can ever offer them. They don't care when we come home and they haven't been fed on time. They're still happy to see us. So what we want to do, though, here at this park to make it the right thing and make it something that we can be proud of is everybody that wants to come here and bring their four-legged guys, they have to be balanced. So if you have a dog that needs some kind of behavioral or just basic obedience, we have healing hounds, we have dogs gone wild, we have paws, we have reed sand, there's just PetSmart, there's so many places that will help us make those dogs what we need them to be in order for us to use this dog park to our advantage. So what we're going to try to do with Miss Lily's help is get volunteers to come out and kind of like do a pre-registration so that your dog shows that it's been vaccinated, so everybody's safe, and that you have, we even may do just a little basic obedience thing and do a testing just to see if your dog needs help with anything. Then that's going to help you be a better pet guardian, and it's going to make us a safer place so that all our guys can come out here and enjoy themselves, and we don't have to worry about, who's aggressive, who has tendencies or whatever. And I have so many dogs that it's so important that you take them out of the backyard and give them different distractions so that they behave when there's other things going on. So just because your dog knows to sit down and stay, like Caesar Milan told me, it doesn't mean that they're balanced. So I personally have worked with Caesar. I personally have been on National Geographic with Dogtown. So I think we have a good idea of what we need to make this dog park a really good place and safe place for all our four-legged guys and as well as us, because there's nothing worse when your dog is getting to fight and you don't know how to break it up. So let's all do our part and make this the best park here in El Paso, and maybe we can even put up an agility course at some point, but I'm very proud and excited to be here today, and I love all my four-legged friends. Thank you.
All right, Loretta.
Thank you. The next thing we're going to do is a really special photo op that's going to involve everybody who brought a dog, and even those of you who didn't. But before we do that, because it's going to involve some mass movement over to the shovels, we do have, where did the puppy go that needs a home? Right here. Bring puppy forward. There's a puppy who was found on Thursday and needs a home. So really bright and cute. Anyone who wants a new puppy or knows somebody who needs a little companion or a special Christmas gift, right here, wonderful puppy. Please see this woman after the ceremony, and hopefully we can get this dog in a really great home. Just so you know, guys, he's already spayed. He likes other dogs. He's about 7 to 8 years old.
Housebroken.
house trained. There you go. So,
And no
like your
boxes.
pluses.
Eats very little.
Okay. Thank you. Good girl, Mama. Thank you, Paulette.
Thank you, I'm trying.
So what we're going to do next is what we really thought would be great for commemorating this is a before and after picture. The before picture will have all the puppy dogs and their owners on a leash looking hopeful. The after picture, which is in approximately 5 months, 4 to 5 months, will have freedom ringing and dogs running off leash in the dog park area. So please join us basically behind the shovel, facing this direction, please.
You're going to put me on no leash.
Puppy dog. Absolutely.
I think you're right. Thank you very much. You must have read my mind.